One of my favorite quotes comes from Otto Scharmer out of MIT. He said, before we can create an external shift in our organizations, an internal transformation must first occur within ourselves, shifting the inner state. When I say shifting the inner state, what do we mean by that? It's about essentially connecting to something larger than yourself. And whatever you want to call that, God, source, the universe, your intuition or your imagination, your higher self, it's about accessing this deep, profound wisdom that lies within you, that no one outside of you can give you, that I can't give you, that only you have. Now, how does that manifest? What would be an example of that? Well, I was sitting backstage listening to the final comments on the panel. There was a lot of discussion around this idea of thinking about where you need to be in 10 years, right? In 10 years, who do we have to become to stay relevant? How do I close the gap? How do we collectively close the gap between where we are today and where we will be in 10 or 15 years? Here's the challenge. Here's how we end up staying stuck, myself included. And it plays out in how we make decisions. Because between here and in the next 10 years, it is going to be about decisions that we make. Every decision we make about who we become, what happens in the business. And we stay stuck because we keep making decisions based on who we are today or who we have been yesterday. And when we keep making decisions based on who we are today, it prevents us from being able to grow into the future. So this idea of how do we future pace our current decision making? Right? How do I start to become that version of myself now? How do I close the gap? And we can future pace our current self by asking a very simple question. What would the future version of myself choose in this situation? What would the future version of myself choose in this situation? Right? We have to start operating as that 10 and 15-year older version of ourselves right now.